So, you've just been prescribed a new medicine, and your healthcare provider has suggested a new test that could help determine how well this medicine may work for you personally. This is a genetic test called pharmacogenetic testing.
Pharmacogenetic?
Yes, pharmacogenetics is the study of genetic changes that can affect how your body responds to certain medicines. Everyone has some variation or changes in their genes. This is what makes you unique. Genes are our body's instructions for how to grow and function. We inherit our genes from our parents, and they do not change throughout our lifetime. Each person's body breaks down medicines differently. While some people may break down medicines very quickly, others may break down the same medicines at a slower rate. These differences in processing medicine in the body are determined in part by your genes. Other medicines you are taking or the foods you eat may also cause these differences. Traditionally, when a new medicine is prescribed, you are given a standard dose for treatment. This standard dose works well for most individuals, but in others, this dose can cause unwanted side effects, or it may not work at all. With pharmacogenetic testing, we can determine who is more likely to respond well to a given dose or type of medicine. This can help prevent side effects and avoid treatment that doesn't work.
Fascinating. How does this testing work?
Pharmacogenetic testing looks at genes that are involved in breaking down medicines in your body. We know that certain changes in these genes can affect how the medicine is broken down. By looking for these gene changes, we can determine if a given dose or medicine is likely to work well for you. This is sometimes referred to as personalized medicine.
So, pharmacogenetic testing can help my doctor pick the best medicine and dose for me personally?
Yes, and that could mean fewer side effects, fewer visits to your doctor, and less money spent on medicines that don't work for you. Importantly, although pharmacogenetic testing may help to improve your treatment with certain medicines, this testing is not available for all medicines that you may be taking. Pharmacogenetic testing cannot guarantee the best response to a certain medicine, but it can help your healthcare provider predict whether or not you are at risk to experience unwanted side effects.
Okay, so how do I get pharmacogenetic testing?
Your healthcare provider can order pharmacogenetic testing. This test requires a sample from you, either a cheek swab or a blood draw. Your sample will then be sent to a testing lab to look for changes in genes related to the medicine you're taking.
That sounds simple enough, but how much is this test going to cost?
A pharmacogenetic test usually costs a few $100s, but it could cost more depending on how many genes are tested. Some of the tests are covered by Medicare and other types of insurance. You can talk to your healthcare provider to learn more about your insurance coverage for the test.
When will I be able to know the results of my testing?
It usually takes a few weeks for the testing lab to complete the test, and your doctor will discuss these results with you. There are many different genes that can be tested with pharmacogenetic testing, and each gene can affect how your body breaks down many different medicines. Because of this, it is important to tell your other healthcare providers, like doctors and pharmacists, about your pharmacogenetic test results.
Do I need to have testing?
Sometimes, pharmacogenetic testing is required for your doctor to prescribe a certain medicine, but most of these tests are optional, and it's up to you whether or not to have the test.
Okay, are there any risks to having the test?
There are a few risks to think about with pharmacogenetic testing. As with any genetic test, there is a risk of your genetic information being used against you. The Genetic Information Non-Discrimination Act, or GINA, is a law that was passed in 2008 to protect you from discrimination based on your genetic information. This law protects you from discrimination by your health insurer and your employer, but does not protect you from discrimination by life insurers and long-term care insurers. Additionally, your genetic information is unique to you. If someone knew your specific genetic information, they could potentially identify you by your genetic test results. These are important things to consider when undergoing any type of genetic test.
Where can I go if I'd like to learn more about pharmacogenetic testing?
If you have specific questions about your medicine or your pharmacogenetic test, please see your healthcare provider. This video was produced as a collaboration between the Genetic Counseling Program at the University of North Carolina at Greensboro and the Center for Applied Genomics and Precision Medicine at Duke University.